you again for tuning in to the Catch the Sky podcast. This is your host, Sweet Tea. I am particularly excited for this week's episode because we have our third guest live in studio. We will be discussing a variety of things from sports card investing to some of the most memorable sports performances while injured. We will also discuss our Mount Rushmore of NBA players. And we shine a light on the harsh reality of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, as there is going to be a new iteration directed by Seth Rogen. And after that, we'll hit on some of our favorite new music.
So in this week's episode, we got James Thigpen here, sports card collector / investor, music producer,
songwriter,
as well. There we go.
A couple things in there.
Okay, nice.
We'll just keep adding more.
Well, yeah.
Youth football coach.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Nonprofit executive director.
There we go.
There we are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Good stuff.
So you recently told me about a stimulus sports card flip. You want to elaborate more on that?
I do. I was talking about how people, when they got their stimulus check back in, what was it, end of March, beginning of April, something like that.
Around there.
You know, instead of going out and buying Jordans or a new flat screen TV that they didn't need or a PS4 or some shit like that, they could have invested in some sports cards, man, and made a couple dollars. Even if they're rookies, you know, even if they don't really know the sports card investing, if they're new to the hobby, they could have made a couple bucks, man. Yeah. So I have this thing that I'm doing with my whole sports card thing, Crispy Cards on Facebook, if you want to check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To where you can take $1,200 and invest it into some sports cards and make a hell of a profit. So I'll give you an example. So a person could have purchased back in April a PSA Gem Mint 10 Kobe Bryant rookie card for like $500. So if you got $1,200 from the stimulus package, you could have spent $1,000 on 2 Kobe Bryant Gem Mint 10s for $500, and then you could have used that $200, and you probably could have got the same card but a Mint 9 for like $200. So there's your $1,200. Now, you didn't get a new pair of Jordans. You didn't get a new flat screen TV. You don't have money to go trick off at the bar. We were in quarantine, so you didn't have nowhere to go anyway. But a person could have invested that $1,200 in just those 3 cards. And do you know what those cards are worth now today? So a Gem Mint 10 Kobe Bryant today, one of them sold on eBay for $7,100. So if you bought 2 of them at $500, you're looking at $1,400 for $14,200 that you would made if you would have made that investment back in April. If you cashed out today on that Kobe Bryant 9 I was telling you about that you paid $200 for, that's probably about $1,500 now.
How much?
Now today?
For the 9?
The 9 you'd probably get $1,500 now, $1,500 to $2,000 now, and you paid what, $200 for it then? So, and that's back in April. So April, May, June, July, it's August. And it's not even done yet, man. Kobe Bryant, they postponed the Hall of Fame until March or May, something like that.
I saw you said something about that when
I just thought
when he goes in, it's going to go up.
It's going to go up, but I always thought the Kobe Bryant cards were undervalued anyways. You know, people could have bought raw Kobe rookie cards back in March or back in April when the stimulus package dropped for $25-$50. $75 for a Kobe Bryant rookie, you know, and then it just started going up. Now they're a raw one. Now they're going for $500. So I'll give you another example. Who's the new guy? Luka
Doncic.
Yep. So back when he was a rookie, when he first came out, before he started balling out, you could have got his rookie cards for 15, 20, no more than $25 on eBay.
Right.
They're going for $155 now. So imagine if you took $1,200 times $25 a card, you'd get 80 cards, right? That's over $12,000, man. Now, today, that's 12 grand you'd have made. There's a guy who actually did that. He got interviewed by Gary V, because you know Gary Vaynerchuk. He's real big on the
I
whole
do not.
sports car. Oh, you don't know who Gary Vee is, bro?
I do not.
Wow.
You're opening my whole world,
Dude,
to all of this.
Dude, you got to check out Gary Vaynerchuk, bro. Gary Vee is the man. He's
going to educate me.
He's on a lot of things.
So I have a friend that is into sports card collecting.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he...
I'm an investor because I don't collect shit, bro. Really.
Yeah, see, he collects stuff more.
See,
so I
I
feel
only
like
I only got a couple cards that I hold on to that I keep.
feel like his approach is totally different.
Okay. What's his approach?
I don't know. I've only had a couple different times when I was exposed to, that side of his hobby.
There's no...
And so I know he had several jersey cards and things like that. And he was getting more, I guess now that I think about it, he was spending somewhere between $20, $30, $40 on these cards. And at the time I'm thinking like, and then not just the jersey cards, but rookie cards and stuff like that. And at the time I'm thinking like, that's a lot of money, but they were more football cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the market is like for football cards. I'd imagine it'd have to be different.
Let's back up. There's no... well, there's a wrong way. I wouldn't say there's no right or wrong way, but
yeah, you don't want to get ripped off. Yeah,
right. Depending on what your approach is with the whole sports card investing, everybody does it differently. Everyone has something that works for them.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I hopped in on Kobe before his prices went up.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I think is smart is hopping in on Kobe's cheaper rookie cards right now, the ones that are within range to grab, whether it's a PSA 8 or 9 or 10 for a couple $100. Because what's going to happen is once his tops rookie, his main rookie card, once that one continues to keep going up, I think it's going to go past 10 grand. His 10, it's going to go past 10 grand. It has to. It's Kobe Bryant. Once he goes to the Hall, it's going to be out of the reach of normal, everyday working class people. They ain't going to be able to spend 10 grand on a card. So what's it going to do is it's going to cause his other rookies to go up. So if you get in on those right now, I'd get in on Kevin Garnett right now. His cards have went up like $300 over the last 5 weeks. Same with Tim Duncan. His cards went up about $200 over the last 5 weeks.
Now, is that because they're
all three of those guys are going to the Hall.
Are they going in next year?
They're going in. They were supposed to go in August 29th.
Okay, that's why I was asking.
August
they're going
29th,
in.
but they postponed it. So, there's a lot of ways to do it. As far as those jersey cards and like football is a big sport. I would say football's the most popular American sport. However, when it comes to sports cards, basketball is the ruler right now, bro. But do you know that there's boxes of basketball cards that go for $1,000? Like hobby boxes?
I can believe it.
Dude.
I think it is somewhat representative of how one player can dominate in basketball as opposed to, football and those other sports. So thus rising their popularity and there's a better word than is eluding me at the moment.
That's okay.
But their stardom.
I mean, individual players can shine in football too, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like they're driving to the hoop and scoring 2 points.
But are they the global phenomenon that a LeBron is, a Kevin Durant is, who is
basketball,
Stephon Marbury?
But basketball is more global. But think about it this way: basketball is more global than football is. Americanized football. I'm not talking about soccer. Think about this. We were just talking about this off air. We were talking about the Jordan documentary.
Yes. And
David Stern, the former guy who ran the NBA, said that before 1990, the NBA was in 80 countries. And after Jordan, they're in 210, 215 countries.
Mm-hmm.
So he was basically giving praise to Michael Jordan for basically taking that sport and taking it to the next level, and making it global, you know, and you got to think, this is before Twitter, this is before Instagram.
Oh, absolutely.
Michael Jordan was, you'd have to turn on your TV. Yeah, he couldn't self-promote himself on Twitter,
right,
and say, hey, I had a rough game, we're gonna go get him tomorrow. You know what I mean? Or something. He couldn't do that.
Correct. I agree with you, and I think it kind of goes to what I'm saying, though. It's easier for Jordan to shine when there's only 4 other guys on his team.
Than football. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I agree with you. Yeah. It is. I mean, guys can shine. Look at Lamar. Look at Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
I mean, those guys are shining. Those are big guys. But
it
Tom
has,
Brady.
It has to do with the global nature of the sport as well. Football is just kind of stuck here. You know, I'm just the Canadian Football League or whatever. But basketball is played in every
NFL,
country.
They're trying.
They're trying
to expand.
They're trying.
Yeah.
This virus certainly isn't helping things.
That's another podcast.
Right.
That's another episode. Excuse me.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think the NFL has what it takes to become a global brand, though?
Like the NBA? No, I don't. Not like the NBA. Nah. Because NBA is more individualized. Even though it's a team sport, it's more individualized.
Yeah.
I think NFL is a team sport.
Mm-hmm.
There's big players, Lamar, Patrick. It's quarterbacks. No one on defense gets love.
I feel like it's too complicated for it to be international.
Yeah, I think basketball's an easier sport to follow. You know, the guy dribbling, he's just going to go to the hoop and put it in there.
Same with soccer.
Same with soccer. Same with hockey.
Yeah, they're all internet, obviously.
Yeah, all of them are international. Football's just, I think, harder to follow the rules.
It's the same reason we don't know, like, what the fuck's going on in cricket.
True.
You know,
True.
It's big where it's at, but
Cricket's dope just because Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, from the movie from '89, used to carry one of those as a weapon. What are those called?
oh yeah. He had one of those things.
Yeah,
he
remember
had a
the
hockey
scene-
stick too.
He did, but I remember the scene. He had a lot of shit. The scene from
But that thing.
Remember that movie from '89 though? Maybe it was '88.
Well, I'm glad that you brought this up.
Yeah.
Because here's a quick little side note from that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Casey Jones specifically.
Yeah.
You remember what he did at the end of that movie? Splinter is holding Shredder and he's holding him like off the side, of the building.
Yeah.
And he lets go or whatever happens, the
Splinter
nunchucks.
did.
Yeah,
And he gets crushed in that thing.
He falls into the back of the garbage truck. But in order to get crushed, somebody has to initiate the crushing. Correct?
Correct. Like someone in the garbage truck.
Or Casey Jones just walking up to the lever.
Oh, and he hit the button.
And he goes, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just murders him.
He does.
I mean, at the time, having seen the sequel, obviously we know he survives. But at the time, we were convinced that Casey Jones just smashed a man with a garbage truck for a movie.
He did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Like, we just let that slide. That like
We did. That he murdered a man. Yeah. On
That he-
film. On camera.
Yeah, that he just smashed a man in a garbage truck.
Yeah.
In a PG movie.
It was PG.
Just
But what I was saying is the part earlier in the movie when Raphael is walking around the city with a trench coat and a hat.
yes.
And him and Casey Jones go at it, and he's like, he pulls something, he goes, cricket.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's I got to go back and watch that movie.
Yeah.
That's a good. I love older '80s, like that year.
Yeah.
89, 90, 91. Those are good.
There's supposed to be Seth Rogen, I believe, is supposed to be doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Cartoon.
I believe it's going to be animated. I think. I'm disappointed about.
Well, what happened to the whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise that they just relaunched?
I don't know.
The movies didn't do well.
I don't know. I don't know if any of them have. And I think
They had to have.
What he said, well, obviously they've had some success, and there's like a show on Nickelodeon or some shit as well. But what Seth Rogen is aiming for in his rendition, I just saw an interview where he's commented on focusing on the teenage aspect of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And when he said that, it kind of captivated me because I think that's what gave those original movies a lot of their success. In addition to them being shot in real life using real people and the costumes and everything, which was cool. That definitely is cool. And I think that transcends that movie franchise, because we see that in things like Star Wars, where the prequels, they used a lot of CGI and it really wasn't all that well received. But in the older films and in the newer ones, they used a lot more real props and
costumes.
It just looks so much better.
Yeah.
But in those older Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle films, they definitely highlight the teenage aspect. Like when they're waiting for pizza, this scene always always sticks with me. They're sitting there waiting for pizza. God knows the address they gave to the poor pizza guy, you know? Yeah. And dude,
can't pay full price for late pizza.
Exactly.
Scene, yeah.
Yeah. Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. He goes, time's up. $10 off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the dude, he's like over here, and then he comes over. And yeah.
Did you see what they're doing in the comic book now? In the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book?
No.
So my buddy was telling me this because he's big on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and comic books. He was telling me that it's in the future now.
Okay.
And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are dead, but one of them. There's only one that's alive. The other one's died. And I guess in the first few comics, you don't find out who the turtle is until, but I guess it's Michelangelo who's the only turtle alive.
Obviously it's Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Michelangelo's everybody's favorite. There's no way.
You think he is?
I think so, because the more and more
because he's the youngest, silliest.
I didn't even know that he was the
He
youngest.
is the youngest.
I didn't even know that. No,
Yeah.
I just figured it was because he's the silliest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody always seems to like that.
I thought maybe Leonardo because he's the leader. I always like Raphael the best. That was my favorite, just because he was like rude but yet cool, but yet still rude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's like I really like him, but he's a fucking asshole.
I don't know where I was for the whole Donatello is like a mad scientist transition.
I mean, he was always smart.
Yeah.
But they you talk about the newer movies.
Yeah.
They made him like a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like more so. Like
Was Megan Fox in that?
I don't know.
Megan Fox was. She was April O'Neil.
Oh yeah. Megan Fox,
I'm a fan of
obviously everybody's really getting into her now again because she's hooking up with MGK.
Well,
And I'm all about MGK right now because he's all over the place and I love it. Not a fan. He's also doing shit with Travis Barker, which makes me biased. He's doing all his rock stuff now. Have you heard it?
I don't really want to.
You don't really want to. No.
I'm not really a fan of him.
Is it because he reps Cleveland so much?
One of the greatest rap groups of all time came out of Cleveland. That's Bone Thugs and Harmony. So no, I don't hate on Cleveland.
No.
Just because I'm a Steelers fan. No, I'm not a fan of his music. That's all. I mean, he's just not my taste to. I don't know him as a person. You know, not my taste to.
I mean, nor do I.
Yeah, not my taste. Just like I know who Kurt Cobain and Nirvana is, but I didn't really listen to it. My taste. You know, that's all.
Yeah, everybody's got different tastes. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What's some new music that you are high on?
I like Joyner Lucas.
Okay.
I think Joyner. I like Joyner. I know he's been out a while. He's new to me. I haven't really been hip to.
I haven't even heard.
I'm a big J. Cole. I like J. Cole.
Okay.
Cole, I'm a big Cole fan. I'm not really up on these new guys.
See?
There's a couple young bulls I like. I like the baby. Oh
my God, I know. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you said that.
Yeah.
So when I was down in Phoenix, we were listening to like the top 40 or whatever on YouTube. And so the baby pops up and I'm like, who's this dude? And like, he's got like 3 songs on this fucking YouTube top 40 channel. And I'm like, okay, so this dude's a big deal apparently.
Right.
Like I don't know any of this.
Lil Baby.
It got so much better. It got so much better because we're sitting there listening to all of these DaBaby tracks and then Lil Baby. And then come to find out that Lil Baby and DaBaby got in the studio together.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
DaBaby featuring Lil Baby.
Yeah. So I got hit with one of those too. It was It's too much going on. I was like, wow, people must be really fucking bored because these are the only two people on. It's these two and Beyonce.
Yeah, that's funny.
And Taylor Swift.
And Bieber. And Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Yeah. And then I didn't find out that Lady Gaga had come out with an album this year until like June. I didn't find
come out with an album?
Yeah.
Oh,
in May.
Oh.
But I didn't know that until like June or July, and I was rocking out to that.
Nice.
Rain on Me is very popular. I think.
Heard it on the radio.
See? Everybody, yeah.
Heard it on the radio. Not much of a fan of it, but heard it on the radio. Yeah. I like some of her older stuff. Yeah.
I love her. You don't like Lady Gaga at all?
Oh, ma. Like, that was my shit. Poker Face.
It's actually funny. Yeah, they make a couple of Lady Gaga references in The Office, and we're actually going to be doing a series on The Office. We're going to be doing a season per episode of the podcast here of The Office, breaking it down. And there's an episode where Gabe... Do you ever watch The Office?
No, not really. You know what? I'll tell you what. I've watched a couple episodes, and I was actually a fan of it.
Yeah.
I just don't watch much TV, man. I'm too busy doing other stuff. That's
yeah. No, that's a good thing to keep yourself productive.
Yeah.
There's definitely an episode where...
But, like, I'm not going to know, like, any reference that you make, I'm not going to know what you're talking about
Gotcha.
That.
There's a couple episodes. Yeah. There's... Well, one... Michael Scott is played by Steve Carell, obviously. And there's...
Not obviously, because I wouldn't have known that, so that's not an obvious statement.
I'll figure you know who Steve Carell is, and if you've seen
I do, but I don't know the character from the show's name. What's his name?
Michael Scott.
I don't know who Michael Scott is. See, that's...
Gotcha. So there's an episode where he says something about trying to make Dunder Mifflin look good, like the company they work at. He's talking about trying to make it look good, and he's going to use a lot of fancy clothes and makeup or whatever, just like a lot of famous drag queens like Lady Gaga have done.
She's a man.
No, he's an idiot. Part of he's so offensive, but I found out in the first season it's actually basically a direct copy of the British version, and he's like very like offensive, just offensive. And
The Office is based off of a British version.
And the first season of the American one is almost like a direct copy of the British one, and he's like it's offensive. It's kind of funny, but most of the time you just like feel bad for the person. After it got picked up and they, were producing it more for the American audience, you could tell there was a difference because he is offensive. The boss is offensive, but it's in like a charming, he's just an idiot kind of way. Like he's just an idiot. Like he doesn't even realize what he's saying. Whereas in the first season, you're just like, wow, you're just an asshole.
I want to ask you a question.
Go for it.
We were talking about Michael Jordan earlier. And I said that he was the greatest basketball player ever. You said that was debatable. So what I want to ask you is, who's your Mount Rushmore? If you could only put 4 on there.
In basketball?
Yeah.
So I'm obviously probably not as fun basketball as others are. But it's got to be Michael Jordan. Kobe. I think LeBron will probably be there when it's all said and done. But after that, it's tough.
So those three, though?
When you give yourself,
all 3 are modern era players.
I know, that's the other thing, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we discussed it off air earlier.
I mean, if I had to pick...
Bill Russell had how many champions? 8? Won 8?
Something like that. 9? I don't know. 8, 9?
It's a lot. It's a lot of winning.
Yeah.
But there's other guys that won a lot too.
Wilt.
Yeah.
Kareem.
He had the most points.
For now.
And it really comes down to what one's opinion of being the best is. Because
I'm not saying that's why I didn't say pick the best. I just said Mount Rushmore top 4. I would go Michael Jordan hands down. That's easy. I'd say Kobe Bryant hands down. I'll tell you why when I'm done.
Didn't he win 5? Didn't they win 5?
He won 5. I can't put LeBron on there yet. I can't do it yet.
Well, that's why I said when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I don't know. I just can't do it yet. I'd put Bill Russell on there if I had to absolutely pick 4. Like if I can't leave this interview without picking, Bill Russell's on there. And thinking about players that transcended the game, I mean, Jordan, Kobe, Bill Russell. It'd have to be Kareem or Magic Johnson or Dr. J. Or let me think.
Dr. J is a good one.
Yeah, let me think of one more.
Who did I say earlier? Stephen Marbury.
I don't know.
Did he sell a lot of shoes?
He did.
Did he sell a lot of shoes?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know, man. It's tough. That's also a different era.
Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely be biased because we're here now.
I love basketball back in the 80s, early 90s, when they could, you could go across the key and catch an elbow to the fucking rib, man, and the ref ain't calling it.
I feel like
now people are falling.
Yeah, I feel like the 80s and 90s were definitely the golden age for a lot of sports.
Yeah.
Hockey was the same way. You could do so much more shit.
Yeah.
It was so much more violent. But also safe enough where people, were required to wear helmets.
If you had to pick, if you only had 3 seconds left on the clock and you had to pick a player that could take the last shot and his last name wasn't Jordan, who would it be?
Probably Kobe, right?
Yeah, I'd say Kobe.
But didn't he blow out his fucking ankle? Was that at the end of a game or no? Or was that going into halftime when he broke
his knee, wasn't it? Wasn't it his knee?
It
was his ankle.
Yeah, remember he broke his foot coming down off a shot or whatever?
Yeah, but
his
then
ankle.
He came back in and shot his free throw and made it.
Yeah.
And then hobbled off the court.
That was going into halftime though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
That's what I thought, yeah. Yeah, that was no good.
I think Kobe has more game-winning shots than Jordan does.
That's a whole interesting conversation in and of itself.
I think he does.
Memorable sports performances under injury.
Ooh. That's a deep one. Yeah.
There was somebody I read the other day that who played in the Super Bowl on a broken leg.
Sheesh. What? I never heard that.
And then who was the
someone played in the Super Bowl with a broken leg?
Yeah.
Ronnie Lott cut his fucking finger off.
Who
Ronnie Lott, did you hear me? They cut his finger off. He lost his finger.
Jesus.
In a game.
And
did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
He was playing a game, football, and he lost his fucking finger and he kept playing. Like, how fucking crazy do you gotta be?
Yeah, fuck that.
No, wouldn't your body go into shock if you lose a finger? I mean, think about what would you do if you lost a finger?
I don't know, yeah.
You go into shock a little bit.
Well, apparently his shock response was to just get back out on the field and walk it off, Just walk it off. I'm trying to think of who was the WWF wrestler, WWE wrestler that went to the Olympics.
Oh, Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle won his gold medal with a broken neck.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
You want to talk about shit?
I didn't know that. My buddy told me that shit like 3 weeks ago. I never knew that.
See,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's savage, bro. That's inhuman.
Because it's wrestling. Like, it's not like, it's a very contact sport. To be going in with a broken neck, like, is some shit. That's some real shit. There was the... Jesus. I'm awful with names tonight. Kurt Schilling. Remember his stupid bloody ankle?
No, I don't remember that.
He had like a bloody ankle during the World Series.
Oh, really? No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I'm not really much of a baseball guy.
Now, do you come across baseball cards? Are baseball cards popular?
They are, yeah. They are. The guys, the big guys out now. Trout, Tatis, Fernando Tatis.
Gotcha.
Acuna. There's a lot of guys out that are big. I'm not much of a baseball guy though, like I said, man. But yeah, baseball cards are big still. But I don't know, man. I think basketball's it right now, man. You know, to think that there's $500, $600, $700 blaster boxes of basketball cards is just ridiculous. Like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid can't afford to collect that.
No.
You know, they retail for $20 at Walmart, and a kid can't get it because they got grown ass men, adults waiting in line to buy all of it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. When you got
I mean, I've done it.
Well,
I bought
yeah,
it all
no, yeah.
for resale. You know,
I get it. Yeah,
but
no, I get it. I get it. But you gotta just look at the kids and be like, oh, well, sucks to suck. Jack Youngblood played in Super Bowl 14 with a broken leg and played in the Pro Bowl the following week, I believe.
Really? With a broken leg.
Yeah. Oh, Rivers. I think this might be the one that I was thinking of more recently. Rivers tore his ACL in the AFC divisional playoff win over the Colts in 2008.
Really? Wow. How the fuck do you even stand on that?
And what's crazy, he played the next week against the Patriots and then had surgery after that game.
That's nuts.
So he got hurt, tore his ACL, and then played the next week.
Phillip Rivers did.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And it's interesting that we're talking about Phillip Rivers because we actually mentioned him just a few episodes ago.
Really?
On our podcast. Yeah. Talking about how he's always flipping out on the field.
Yeah.
But it goes back to we were talking about people's competitive nature, and they featured that on the Bulls documentary, how Jordan was kind of like an asshole to be a teammate with, but sometimes that's just how people.
I mean, I think he kind of had to be to win 6 championships in 8 years.
So yeah, some people are just like that.
I mean, and who's to think what could have happened if he didn't retire, or let's just say his dad get murdered? They could have went maybe 8.
Yeah. T.O. broke his leg at the end of the 2004 season.
I remember that.
So he missed the last 2 games, but he was back for the Super Bowl. Yeah, you mentioned Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott, yep. He lost a fucking finger, man.
Donovan McNabb broke his ankle during a Week 11.
I remember that. Did he finish the game?
Yeah. Yep.
Let me ask you this question. Who's the greatest safety of all time? Think about it, though.
I don't know. Charles Woodson gets a lot of love, right? He's probably one of the first.
He was a true corner.
Didn't he play safety in his last couple years, though?
Well, that's all corners do because they slow down.
Yeah.
You know, so, but like a true safety.
Okay. So true.
Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu.
That's what I was going to say. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, Ed Reed obviously comes
Ronnie
to
Lott.
mind.
I mean, Ronnie Lott was a corner, too. He was a true corner, and they moved him, and he stayed there.
So, yeah, there's probably a lot of classic guys that I'm probably just not even thinking of, but more recently, definitely the couple guys you mentioned.
Ed Reed.
Trying to think of who else jumps out to me right away besides those two.
Steve Atwater. He's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Locally, we obviously, everybody loves Bob Sanders, but
yeah,
but he's not. Did he win Defensive Player of the Year one year?
Yeah, 07.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He did. Hell of a year too, man. That motherfucker just he would try to fucking take the life. He like had no malice for human life. Like, he would just try to take the life out of a person. I remember he hit Jerome Bettis, bro. I thought he killed himself when he hit him. Jerome Bettis is a 250-pound fucking running back running full speed at you downhill. And he took him head up and met him. Boom, I was like, oh, and he stopped him. Jerome was like,
playoff game when Jerome Bettis fumbled on the fucking goal line.
wow. And Ben. Me too.
Dude.
Me too.
For different reasons.
I remember it. It slowed down. I was in the Matrix, bro. Everything slowed down.
Oh, for different reasons. You were probably like, how is this happening? And I was like, when I saw Ben come back and make this shoestring tackle, I was like, how is this happening? Like, fuck you guys.
And then they missed the field goal.
Oh my God.
They went down the field. Didn't they miss the field goal?
I think so. But they shouldn't have even had to be in the situation that they were in because he was gone.
Who was gone?
Was it Ronnie Harper? Or who was it?
No, listen, Jerome Bettis was in the damn end zone. He should have just fell back. He turned backwards and dude knocked the ball
I
out.
said Ronnie Harper. I
don't know who it was. Bob Sanders.
No, it was Nick Harper. What was his
I
name?
don't know.
The dude. And everybody blamed this for the reason being why Ben cut up to him is because the dude got stabbed by his girlfriend like the night before.
Jeez.
Or whatever, like in his leg. So he had like just gotten stabbed, and then he's the one that recovers the fumble and lets slow ass Ben Athron. But
Who?
That play, I mean, I remember it. I remember the look
And that
on
was his
Jerome
last
Bettis'
season.
Yeah,
Yeah. He could have ended his career that way. How shitty would that have been?
I know. That's why I wanted
He owes Ben.
That's why I wanted it so bad. Like as a fan, I just wanted to see it. Like I just wanted to see all the Steelers fans bitch and complain. Yeah, Nick Harper. Yes. Yes, my memory is not failing me. It's a good thing.
I'm getting sleepy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah. But not bad for the first time. I enjoy it.
And I enjoyed having you. So, as always, you can catch us on Twitter at CTS Terry or by searching for the Catch the Sky podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or anywhere where you listen to your podcasts. And please subscribe, give us a like, and share. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, keep trying to catch the sky.